Hello everyone, welcome back to another adventure in Solidworks. So in today's video we're going to be going over how to use the linear and circular pattern feature. So whenever you actually have a physical feature, not a sketch in Solidworks that you want to pattern, you can make use of this nifty tool in the uh, feature palette. So let's go ahead and let's create a feature that I want to pattern. So let's start by creating a hole. So I'm going to position this hole here. I'm going to go normal to it. I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to position it to be 1 inch and 1 inch down. Okay. And coming back over, I want to make this to be a counterbore hole. It's going to be for a quarter screw, and I want to turn that off. Alright, so I think I've got everything I need. And actually, I'm going to make this to be a blind hole, and it's only going to be 1 inch downward. Alright, so I got my hole. Now I want to create a linear pattern of this hole. So I come up here to linear pattern, and I come down here to this features to pattern. And I'm going to select that feature. I'll make sure that's highlighted in there. And then I got to give it some direction. So I'm going to select this edge right here as a reference, and I'm also going to select this edge as a reference. And I can test how far apart I want them to be, so I want them all to be 2 inches apart. Let's make that one 3 inches. Oh, yeah, 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 is what I want. All right, and for this one, I want it to be 1.5, and I want 2. And I want to flip the direction, so I'll click this right here, and maybe 2.5. There we go. That's what I want. Maybe that's not quite what I want. But anyways, you see how it works. So now I can go ahead and I can hit OK, and I've now created my pattern of this hole. So I can go back in and edit it. So I can right click and I can change it up. Or if I want to make this now, it'd be 2 apart and have make this 1.5 and 3 apart. I also have the option to skip certain indices if I want, very similar to the way I did it in the sketch pattern tool. So patterning linearly is very simple at the feature level. Patterning with doing a circular pattern is a little trickier. So for that, it requires us to create an actual axis of revolution. So let me go back up just a little bit, and let me delete this and the pattern. So under references geometry, we've already gone over how to create a plane. Now we got to go over how to create an axis. So the axis is what we're going to use to define our revolve. Whenever we did a circular pattern in Sketch, it was only about 2 dimensions. So a simple circle or point was enough to do our revolution. Now we need an actual axis for it to revolve about. So we've got a couple different options that we can use to generate our axis. So a simple one edge. If I select this edge, I can create an axis on that edge. I can create an axis that intersects 2 planes or goes between 2 points. So let's just say for this example right here, I want to create an axis that ran from this point down to this point. Okay, I can create it right there. If I had a hole, I can create an axis that goes right down a hole. But for this, since I've already got this symmetric, I'm going to put this that's going to intersect 2 planes. So let me come over here. I'm going to turn on my 3 primary axes, and I'm going to put my axis of revolution between the front plane and the right plane. So I'm going to select the front plane, and I'm going to select the right plane as well, and it's going to generate my axis for revolution. And I'll hit OK. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn those back off. I don't need them anymore. So now I'm going to create what I want to pattern. So I'm going to come up here to the hole wizard, and I'm going to create that hole again. So I'm going to put it right over here, and I'm going to dimension it to be, let's just say 2. Two's enough. And I'm going to put it horizontal. Alright, it goes black. I've got everything for the hole now. Now I'm going to come up here to pattern, click on circular pattern. So for the direction, I'm going to select this axis, and then I'm going to make sure that under features and faces that my hole is selected. It already automatically selected, and I can select how many of them that I want to create. So if I wanted to do 8, I can select 8, hit OK, and I've generated 8 holes. Alright, so that's going to do it for this video. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content such as this. And until the next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.